Hey kids, if you're just joining us, I'm in the middle of an intense debate with YouTube username MeMyselfAndMovies about gay rights, and I just got another response from him.
Dan went on to clarify my point very clearly.
You're saying that gay people and straight people already have equal rights because both groups are equally allowed to marry members of the opposite sex.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If gays weren't allowed to marry at all, then I would agree we would have an inequality problem. But that's obviously not the case, because they have just as much of a right to marry someone of the opposite sex as you and I do. If it's truly in everyone's best interest to have a broader range of potential marriage partners, then it should be left up to debate and the people who vote this fall.
And my point is that the ability to marry the person you love is a right, and rights aren't up for debate. Username LobLiam left a highly rated comment on MeMyselfAndMovies' latest response, and it says, when you are debating someone and completely change your focus to debate of the principles of debate, you have lost. Take freedom of religious worship. In my imaginary state, everyone has the freedom to worship as long as they want to worship Zeus. We call it the right to religious worship. It's equality because everyone has the same rights to worship. But what if you're a Christian and you want to worship a different God? Don't complain, you have the same rights as everyone else. Jim Crow. But you know what, MeMyselfAndMovies? If you think that rights should be up for debate, let's not debate whether or not we should have the debate. Let's have the debate. You said in your initial response that believing gay marriage would be destructive to society is a legitimate position to have. So what I'm asking you to do today is legitimize it. Tell me, specifically, how would gay marriage be destructive to society? If you answer that question, I'll listen, and I'll listen with an open mind. I want to close this with a response from the DWalk12.
Let's say we're talking about taxes. So one side says the rich should be taxed more, they're not paying their fair share, and the other side says no, they're job creators, they need to be given benefits that can trickle down and we can all prosper together. And there's truth on both sides of this argument. Again, I would agree with one side more than the other, but they're still both legitimate opinions. In the case of gay marriage, however, it's not a case of two opposing, equally legitimate viewpoints. It's a case of one side who wants to have the exact same benefits as everyone else, be able to be married, have hospital visiting rights, tax benefits, the same as any straight couple would have. And the other side, you have a group of people who has a certain set of prejudices and bigotry that they are attempting to pass off as a legitimate political viewpoint. And that's where it's different. This is not the same as other political issues. And I think that the most important way forward from here is to recognize that difference. This is not simply a case of both sides having an equal right to their opinion.
So, MeMyselfAndMovies, or anyone opposed to gay marriage, please walk me through this. How is your position anything but bigotry?